hop in so TikTok don't think I'm driving, right? Okay, let's do this. So Biden gave Ukraine and Zelensky the green light to use US-made long-range missiles to hit deep inside of Russia, right? On top of that, the UK also gave authority for Ukraine to use their aircrafts to hit Russia as well, right? Zelensky wasted no time. He fired 6 long-range missiles into Russia. 5 of them got intercepted completely. The 6th one kinda sorta did but didn't, because it still landed and it created some damage. The bomber from the UK also was used. It did cause damage inside of Russia, because Kim Jong-un came out and said something like 20-something North Koreans got killed and hundreds were injured. So North Korea and the UK about to do their own thing. But here's the thing. Russia decided to launch a intercontinental ballistic missile. That's what they're calling it. And that fucked some shit up inside of Ukraine. Now, before I go any further, I want you guys to understand this. This is war, okay? Let's look at a fight. If you are in a fist fight with somebody, the goal is to make sure that other person quit before you do. Your goal is to win this fist fight, correct? Bro, this is war. Do you think these fucking people are gonna be going around saying, oh my God, I will bomb you, but I don't want to because, no! So Russia hit them with this intercontinental ballistic missile. It's one major missile carrying multiple warheads. So when that get to its destination, the bitch rains bombs, okay? That's what it did. Now the rest of the motherfucking world is going into a frenzy. They're saying, oh my God, this has never been done in war ever. Motherfucker, y'all lucky this nigga didn't use a fucking nuke. Bro, let me get y'all to understand this. The entire fucking country of Ukraine can sit inside of Texas, which means Texas is bigger than fucking Ukraine. The entire United States can sit inside of Russia, which means Russia is bigger than fucking United States. Follow me, keep up, okay? Texas is just one state in the United States. Ukraine, the whole Ukraine, is smaller than Texas. The entire United States is much, much smaller than Russia. Who the fuck idea was it to think that Ukraine can have a full-on war with Russia and win that shit? Are you dumb? Bro, if Russia decides to sneeze a fucking nuke, Ukraine will be wiped off the world map. The fact that these motherfuckers are still fighting and the United States and Joe Biden is still funding this war, killing the motherfucking Ukrainians and Russians in an unnecessary war, because this could have all been avoided. All they had to do is say, okay, Zelensky, we are not gonna let you join NATO because, as Russia said, you are their neighbors and we cannot set up shop across their fucking fence. If they had put that on paper like Putin wanted, none of this would be happening right now. Now they're also saying, oh, this was not necessarily an intercontinental ballistic missile. It's something close. Bro, do you guys realize how much you're playing with people's lives right now? The ICC just issued an arrest warrant for the leaders of Hamas and Benjamin Netanyahu and his second in command, right? Where the fuck is Joe Biden's arrest warrant? Because what he is doing is a crime against humanity. Y'all are feeding into some shit which is unnecessary, and it's costing lives unnecessarily. And Donald Trump already laid out grounds and a whole plan to get world peace, and y'all are like, fuck that, bro. Ukraine must win. Do y'all even know how to count? Huh? Vladimir Putin's responsibility as the president of Russia is to protect his people. That man is saying Russia first. And even if he have to wipe Ukraine off the map to protect his people because Ukraine wants to side with another nuclear enemy of his people, the man is doing what he has to do to protect his people. What y'all need to do is reach out to your motherfucking people and tell them to tell Joe Biden to shut the fuck up, sit the fuck back, and let world peace happen, because we are already on the way for that. A third world war, you don't want that shit. Point blank, period. You heard me?
He's right, though. You all better pray, all of you who are supporting this war, going about your days like nothing. You all fail to realize how we're all connected. And everything that we do as a nation and tolerate and allow as a nation is going to come back to bite us, as it has always done. Which is why we need to develop a form of compassion and collective consciousness in understanding the importance of foreign policy. It's one of the reasons I voted for Trump. Foreign policy. Because how we interact with other nations and our neighbors, how we help the world truly, also benefits us as a nation, as a people. You need to give a damn about this war. I'm sick and tired of hearing people say, what are you gonna do about it? It's out of our control. It's not. We voted for somebody to stop this war. That's why I voted. So I'm gonna make sure I hold my leaders accountable. I'm gonna make sure I hold my fellow human citizens accountable. When I hear people mindlessly talking about war without having any understanding of what they are supporting, without caring about the people who have to die for these sacrifices, it leaves you to wonder how unconscious and asleep we are as a nation, as a people, as human beings who should have a heart and should have compassion. But yet these same people want to talk about virtue signaling, about BLM, Black Lives Matter, and we got to look out for the alphabet community and my body, my choice, and all this nonsense. You are the same people supporting and promoting war, thinking that Ukraine is fighting for its freedom without considering that this fight has nothing to do with the human beings and the humans' lives that are going to be killed and suffer through this. And that this has nothing to do with righteousness. This war is purely for funneling money out of the coffers of American citizens and giving it to our defense contractors who do not invest back in the American population, who only seek destruction for pure profit, much like Big Pharma seeks profit. So that's why they need a population that's sick all the time. Everybody needs to realize what we are living in. It's a matrix of money and it is corrupt, and it's time for it to go. And if you want a better quality of life, maybe not for you, but for the people who are coming after you, do your part in this world, do your dharma, do your duty, and hold everyone and everything accountable. Speak up when you need to speak up. Don't be silent. Talk. Use your mouth. Use your voice. Speak. If you see something doesn't seem right, talk about it. Have a debate. That's why we have the First Amendment right of the Constitution of these United States, is so that we are protected under the law to speak our mind and not have to worry about it. And we have systems in place to hash out these debates. That's all I advocate for. That's all I've ever advocated for, is to respect individuality, individual voices, and to promote debate, argumentation, so that we can resolve the complex issues of governing, of running a society, of being a people. That's all I ever advocated for since I've known myself. That's it, guys. That's my message. That's all I'm trying to say. Be awake. Be present. Yes, focus on yourself, but also realize that we got to hold our leaders accountable to not be putting us in these unnecessary wars that cause so much death and destruction for no reason at all other than pure profit. If you boil all these wars down, they all come back to pure profit. That's all they are. It's the truth. There's nothing righteous in any of these modern wars. I'll play a clip from Sadhguru going out, where he lays this out eloquently. And the only path forward is to start with you and your home. That's it. And hopefully it radiates out. That's what every guru is trying to teach us. So that's my little spiritual perspective. Good luck, take care. And I have hope for us as a species, because that's why we're communicating. God bless.
Dear brothers, sisters, you are so weak today. You're making terrible children because you're too weak to discipline them. You say you love your children. You're a liar. You love yourself. And you want your children to love you, but you don't want to act like a real parent. You think there's something wrong with busting your child's behind. And if somebody else busts your child's butt, who told you? You ain't got no bit hitting on my child. The behind is made of a pretty good substance. It'll hold up. A behind will hold up. Try it. Let me tell you something. I beat the hell out of mine. My mother didn't spare no rod where I was concerned. I was scared of that woman. I didn't have no father, so she had to be both, and she was good being both. She stepped in, and I'm talking about a woman that didn't take no foolishness. You can't be the woman that God wants and be some old weak jive time mother that is afraid of your own damn children and won't discipline your children.
After World War II, we formed League of Nations, we made United Nations. The idea was never again such wars will happen, right? Not just for Europe, for the whole world, never again it'll happen. But since then, how many wars? There's not been a single day's break on this planet after World War II without at least a battle going on somewhere. We have economic issues, we have property issues, we have issues, all right? This is the idea of setting up a United Nations, that we will fight with our words and solve our problems. We are not in such a la-la land that we don't have any issues. We have issues. We genuinely have issues, isn't it? That two sets of people believe this is it, that is it, there. But this is the idea of setting up a platform which would solve problems. What has happened? 21st century when it began, everybody said, this is 21st century, this is the age of information, this is technology, this, that, no wars. Tell me how many wars in 21st century? How many nations have been destroyed in 21st century?
Many.
Too many. Too many for 22 years, isn't it? Almost every nation has invested enormous amount of money in building and stockpiling arms, armaments, bombs, missiles, smart bombs. I don't know how a bomb can be smart, it's the dumbest thing to do. See, at least if I pick a fight with you with a sword or a stick or something, there is some crude animalistic pleasure attached to it. 1,000 people are sitting here, you just drop a bomb, all of them died. I don't know what is smart about that. I cannot understand this. But they are talking about smart bombs, where they're saying from 2 miles in the sky, they can drop the bomb into your house through the window. They're very proud of this. So this is not one nation, across the world, all right? So all of us as people, were we all thinking, all these bombs are being kept for entertainment, for display, or it's artwork? What did you think? One day it will be used. Yes or no? It has to be used somewhere. The question is on whom. The question is not whether it will be used or not. The question is just where and on whom, isn't it? So when it is piling up, we are all okay with it. In every movie, there is no movie without a bomb or at least a smashed face. We are all enjoying it. When it really happens, we say, oh, we're shocked. So, wars are almost inevitable because economies are built on war. Without war, a lot of people cannot survive. The largest industry on the planet is arms and armaments. How will you not use it? If I am making guns and bullets and I sell it to you and you don't shoot a single bullet, I'm disappointed with you. So, we have no intent of stopping the war, let's be clear about that. When it happens to us or when it happens close to us, we will cry. When it's happening somewhere else, it's drama.